Taoiseach, yesterday I raised with you the very shocking case of Tori Towie. Tori is, as you know, a 28-year-old young woman from Roscommon. She's living and working in Dubai as an airline attendant, and she married last March. Since then, Tori has been subjected to sustained and brutal domestic violence and abuse. And when she went to the authorities to seek help, instead of being protected, she was sent home with her husband. Her husband then destroyed her passport, so she couldn't travel and she couldn't work. She couldn't come back to Ireland. Tori was, in effect, held captive by her abuser. Just over 2 weeks ago, she endured a particularly vicious beating. Her husband repeatedly slammed doors on her arms, trying to break her limbs, and he tried to strangle her. She fled upstairs in a desperate attempt to escape the violence, and in desperation, she tried to take her own life. When Tori came to, she was surrounded by paramedics, but instead of being taken to a hospital, she was taken to a police station. There, she was charged with attempted suicide and alcohol abuse. Tori was placed in a cell with 50 other women. She wasn't told what she was charged with. She wasn't given any information at all. Tori was released on bail, but her passport was blocked. She is banned from leaving the state. She's currently living in accommodation with her mother, Caroline, who travelled to Dubai to support her daughter. And all of this happened on June the 28th, nearly 2 weeks ago. Her appalling situation came to my attention yesterday and to the attention of my colleague, Deputy Claire Curran. And we've raised this with you in expectation that the government moves with urgency to end this nightmare. I spoke with Tori and her mother again this morning. I know that you've been speaking to them too, Taoiseach, and you know they feel isolated and vulnerable. They told me that they feel like they're being held hostage. They're scared. The coming hours, Taoiseach, are crucial because once the Dubai court process kicks in, it becomes harder and harder to get Tori back home to Ireland quickly. And Tori wants to come home. So the government must do absolutely everything to get her home, Taoiseach. This is an Irish woman, this is an Irish citizen, and the message must go out loudly and clearly that we will not allow any Irish citizen to be treated in this way by anybody. That we will confront this medieval, grotesque treatment of women, because women are not chattel. We don't belong to men. Men do not own us. Tori Towie does not belong to her husband. She does not belong to Dubai. She belongs at home in Ireland, and we will not rest until she is at home. Tori Towie Iloran Trumlu is massa avek e gakban. Kahi an realtas gakrud is feather lo of kun iola rashawalya geheran. Taoiseach, when I raised this case with you yesterday and spoke to you subsequently, you said, and we agreed, that you would do everything you could to intervene to help Tori. Can you set out for us today what steps you and the government have taken in the last 24 hours to get Tori Towie home? And the Dubai authorities must drop the charges against her, remove the travel ban, and allow this woman to travel home.
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much, Ceann Comhairle. I agree with every single word you said on this issue, Deputy MacDonald, and I want to thank you and I want to thank Deputy Curran for engaging with me on this matter, my colleague Deputy Feehan also as well. This is a really distressing case, and I think it's so important that everybody around the world and people in Dubai and the UAE know that we're speaking with one voice in this House in relation to this situation. An Irish woman, an Irish citizen, has been a victim of horrific male violence, has been the victim of the most brutal, horrific attack one can imagine. And after enduring that horrific, brutal attack, Tori Towie didn't wake up in a hospital being supported and cared for and loved. She woke up in a police station. And we want Tori Towie back in this country. We want her back home in Roscommon. That's what she wants as well. And it's absolutely my position as Taoiseach. It's absolutely, I know the position of the Taoiseach and the Minister for Foreign Affairs, and I know it's your position and the position of everybody in this House, that that's what must now happen, and happen with urgency as well. I did, as you say, speak directly to Tori this morning and to her mother Caroline, who has flown out to be with her daughter at this extraordinarily distressing time. And I did tell them that this is absolutely a priority issue for me and the government, the priority issue that I'm working on right now with my officials and the Taoiseach with his officials as well. I've also spoken, since we spoke on this matter yesterday, I've spoken to our ambassador in the area, and I must say, and I do want to say and acknowledge, Ceann Comhairle, that the embassy and the ambassador are working extraordinarily hard on this matter. I'm very confident of that from a number of engagements that I've had with the ambassador and her team over the course of the last 24 hours. My understanding is that the embassy is in ongoing contact with Ms Towie. I checked that this morning. That's essential. It's at least an Irish citizen can expect. And the ambassador has been in very frequent and intense contact with the Ministry for Foreign Affairs there and with the Under Secretary. I don't want to say too much more on the record of this House because I don't want to say anything that cuts across that very intense effort that is underway, other than to assure you, assure Tori, assure her mother Caroline, and most importantly assure the people of this country that no effort will be spared by us, by Ireland, to make progress on this matter and to get Tori Towie home. She doesn't need to come home after a court case because she is not a criminal. She's not a criminal. She's a victim of gender-based violence, and we expect her to be able to return here to Ireland as an Irish citizen without delay, and that's absolutely what I'll be working on, what the Taoiseach will be working on, and what the ambassador will be working on throughout the day. Can I give you just an update on Tori Towie, which I've just received in real time, and not to take away from your question, I've just been informed that the travel ban has been lifted, that the embassy will take Tori to the airport as soon as she is ready to go, and that the embassy, of course, will continue to follow up on the case, which is still active as of now. But I just wanted to inform the House of that and to thank our embassy for the work in relation to that.